Welcome home, voice actors, and today we're going to talk about one of the most underrated pieces of home studio tech in the history of home studio voice acting, and that is the Behringer UMC 204 HD. Look at that beauty. I would absolutely recommend this for people who are moving up from their very first USB microphone, be it the Blue Yeti, Samsung Go Mic, Blue Snowball, or whatever USB microphone you started with, and you're looking for your first serious interface and are still on a budget, or if you're looking for your very first microphone and you've never even owned one, but you're also looking to start, it's at that kind of a price point. Basically, a step up from USB, making it commercially competitive, but I wouldn't call it high grade, but it is, I would say, professional level. So why is this beauty so underrated? Well, it's because of the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, or the 2i2, which are like its mainstream rivals. So if the Focusrite is so good, why even talk about the Behringer? Top reason, the price to performance ratio. It is incredible. This is a sub $150 interface, and you're just getting so much value out of it. So what do I mean by value? It sounds great. The noise floor on this thing is incredibly low, especially if you're coming from a USB microphone. You're going to hear that difference. In the same sense that phone cameras have very tiny sensors compared to mirrorless and DSLR cameras, USB microphones generally have weaker preamps compared to, say, a dedicated interface. The super popular Fifine K669B sounds great overall if you speak closely to it, but it is noisy. It's got that shh to it. And even the professional Rode NT USB or the AT2020 USB, fantastic microphones, but you just can't beat physics, at least at this point in time. USB microphones are essentially microphones with interfaces jammed into them. Technically, you can get away with USB microphones, and that's how I started, and I got some commercial work doing that, and a lot of commercial work. Even some union voice actors use the AT2020 USB Plus. But if I were to start over and I had the budget for, say, the AT2020 USB Plus, which is, by the way, more expensive than its XLR version, which means you're paying a little bit of extra for that stuffed interface into the USB microphone, I might as well, or you might as well, go for the interface plus the XLR version. And that's why I really recommend getting this interface. It's at that same price point as getting an expensive USB microphone, but instead of getting the USB deal, you're getting an actual interface plus an XLR microphone for the same money. And maybe a little more. So if you really do want to save up, maybe just get the UMC 22 or the UMC 202. So if the UMC 22 is the cheapest to get that Midas sound, to get the same sound as this exact interface, why even get this one? The primary reason you'd even want to step up from the UMC 22 or 202 HD to the 204 is the stereo mono monitor button. And this is the button. Well, for the cheaper interfaces that don't have that button, you're only going to be able to hear your monitor on one channel. Either your left ear or your right ear, because it's playing the audio in stereo, and when you record, you're only recording into one channel. But when you're listening in mono, which is what that button lets you do, is that you're going to be able to hear that one channel on both ears. So does that have any real-world implications for voice actors? I wouldn't think so. So if you're just looking to get great sound, you're fine to just get the UMC 22 or 202 HD. But if you're looking for a great bang for buck interface that's going to future-proof you for at least the next 2-3 years of your career before you upgrade, then I would definitely go with the 204 HD. The other feature that you're going to get with this model that you're not going to find with its cheaper siblings is this input playback mix knob, which is basically going to allow you to gradually switch back between your monitor and your playback, your mix, which you're listening to. Another great reason to get the UMC 204 HD is for its headphone amps. Most voice actors looking to get a USB audio interface are usually doing so to move up from USB microphone quality to XLR. But another great feature of an interface is that they can drive hi-fi studio headphones. Headphones like the DT770 Pros that I'm wearing right now, or the Audio-Technica ATH M30, M40X series, which in general don't sound as great or even as loud if you plug them straight into your computer's 3.5mm jack. You really get the most mileage out of hi-fi headphones and really get that surround sound quality and hear all the frequencies when you plug them directly into a USB audio interface. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the Motu M2. The reason we're going to talk about the Motu is because I believe that this is the first true upgrade from Behringer quality. The Focusrite is more or less in the same league as the Behringer, even if it is priced differently. Also, you get all these bells and whistles for the same price as you would be getting the Focusrites. I mean, the Motu is definitely of better quality than the Behringer in terms of raw audio quality, no questions asked, but it is an extra $50 to $70. I am now speaking into the Audio-Technica AT2020, plugged into the Behringer UMC 204 HD, with the gain knob set to about 2 o'clock. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So just for this cut, I'll be recording with the Motu M2. I am now speaking into the Audio-Technica AT2020 plugged into the Motu M2 with the gain knob set to about 2 o'clock. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And many people will attest that this is in a league of its own and is probably closer to like a $400 interface in terms of the value that it offers. So why go for the Behringer? Like I said, if you're strictly on a budget, this is something you should consider. If you are on a strict, non-negotiable budget of about $130, the Behringer is the way to go. It's interesting to note that the Behringer has the input playback mix knob, and not even the Motu has that. You would need to get the Motu M4 to get that feature, which is even pricier than the Motu M2. So, bringing it home. The Behringer UMC 204 HD is an incredible value for money interface that is worth more than it costs. The Behringer UMC 204 HD is for budget-minded voice actors who are looking to get truly professional-grade audio at the lowest cost possible, steadily, and to have an interface with enough features to grow with them until they're able to make their next upgrade. It is not for those who are able to save up for the Motu M2, which for the bit of money that you add is, I would say, on the next level. Well guys, that's it for this video, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you like videos like this, and that's the way you get to support me and help me help other voice actors. If you are interested in supporting me further, and I would be so grateful for that, I have Amazon affiliate links down below if you would like to get one of the interfaces that I've mentioned in this video. Keep recording, keep voice acting, and have fun with your home studios. God bless.